Hello YouTube, welcome to Gamers Initiative, and I'm Austin.
And I'm Jesse, and today we will be talking about Pandemic, Matt Leacock game distributed by Z-Man Games. This is a great cooperative game, one of my favorites personally. And the idea of this game is you'll take on a role to help find a cure for all 5 diseases and save humanity. It's really great. Each role feels very different, and each role has its own character power that will allow you to do different things to help get you through the game and try to make it a little easier on your part to manage what is going on as these viruses outbreak and spread and all that good stuff. As far as
we each have our own roles that we picked as our favorites, and mine is the quarantine specialist. And what's yours, Jesse?
Mine is the scientist. She's great for getting those cures fast, because instead of normally you need 5 cards of the same color to get a cure. With the scientist, you get 4, get to that research station, cash them in, cure found, excellent. Helps you speed up the process, gives you a little bit of an edge to get those cures found.
Yeah.
And to wipe out those diseases nice and easy.
And the reason I chose the quarantine specialist is because it actually helps. It contains the spread of the virus. So whatever city you're in, or the connecting cities, it prevents outbreaks, and it also prevents disease cube placements. So it kind of helps you give you more time to try to strategize on how to cure all the diseases that you need to cure.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more manageable on a bigger picture kind of situation.
Yeah.
Now, the great thing about this game, where some other board games necessarily, you play it and that's it. You've got that one difficulties, so to speak. Where this game, you can alter the difficulty. If you've never played a board game, this is the first one you got, well, you can put in 3 epidemic cards, shuffle them in, and then go and have at it. Once you've played the game a little more, a little longer, and you feel like you need a little more of a challenge, you can add a few more epidemic cards in there. There are a total of 6 for the hardest difficulty. And one of the things I love about this game, other than the various roles which feel very, very different as you play them. When I play the scientist, I feel like, man, I'm the scientist. I can research these things faster, easier, quicker. But the big thing is the character powers that really make this feel a lot more thematic than just, I played a couple of cards, some cubes go away. Okay, great.
That's it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, with no theme, but the theme is great.
And the other good thing about the game is it's a 2 to 4 player game. The minimum time to play this game is about 45 minutes, but usually it takes us around an hour with 5 epidemic cards, because that's almost at the peak of the difficulty level. But it's worth it. The time goes by really fast as you're trying to work together to cure all these diseases and try to prevent any outbreaks. Because once you get 10 outbreaks?
No, I think it's on the 8th one. You hit 7, you're almost there. It's the 8th one just kills you. If you have, and speaking of that, another way you can lose the game as well is if you have each virus is represented by different colored cubes. If all of one colored cube is on the board and you have no more to draw from, virus wins. If it outbreaks way too much and you hit that 8th outbreak, you're done. So there are various ways you could lose this game, but it's a great game to play with beginners who've never played a game.
It's even a great game to play with anybody, really.
Well, exactly.
I went and bought the new version of the game, which this is the new version.
Yes, that's correct. This is the reprint of Pandemic.
But anyway, I bought the reprint of the game just because I wanted to play it with my friends and family. and he has the older reprint of the game, which we'll
That is
do
correct.
a review of it as well, and we'll compare and contrast the two versions of the game. But I played it with my parents, and they love it. It's good for any generation, really. I mean,
Any age groups, really. I mean,
right.
And one of the cool things I love about this game too is like you start getting down to the wire on some of this, and then you're sitting there going, well, okay, if I move here and then you move here, we can do this. Oh, wait, but we still need to take care of this at the same time. So now you got to move here, and I go there, and then you go here. Okay, cool. That'll cover all our bases. We can take care of it. So it has a little bit of a puzzle aspect to it as you move on in the game. They start outbreaking more, and you have to figure out how you're gonna move about. So I love the puzzly aspect to this game, as
Right.
well as.
And we will also put a link in the description so you guys can go directly to Z-Man Games, and if you want to, you can buy the game, you can buy the replacement pieces, or whatever you want to do. I mean, this game is really good, and if you actually want to see the back, you can actually kind of see it there. It shows you a little brief overview of how to play the game on the back too.
Yeah, of course. And another great thing about this is it also comes with 2 brand new roles that weren't in the game originally, which really helps diversify and expand the variety in roles and character powers in this game,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. Right now, there are 2 expansions for this game so far. One of them bumps it up to a 5th player can play as the bioterrorist. Really fun.
We don't really like those guys.
Yeah, those bioterrorists,
they
man.
seem to ruin the game for you because they're trying to spread the virus, and then while you're trying to prevent it.
Man, those
So
dumb terrorist guys. But
yeah,
another great thing, the artwork. Artwork is really cool. It's you've seen this little sample of it on the character cards. It's got updated pieces that are better than the wooden cubes in my opinion. I personally prefer plastic over the wood.
definitely.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things about this also is where we're beginning to wrap up this video is you can pretty much play this with really, like I said, anybody. I've even had older people, because I go to my grandpa's at the nursing home, and he loves this game. I don't know how he really remembers how to play it, but he seems to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys should definitely check this game out if you don't have it. And if you do have it, and you have the original version, this version is a lot better. The design of it's better.
The components, everything's so much better. That is
Yeah,
another thing. I
definitely.
have friends who play games in and out, and I'm like, "Do you want to play this game over here, like Defenders of the Realm?" Well, they'll be like, "Not really into that whole fantasy theming."
Yeah.
Well, the cool part about this is it's very.
See you, bub.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. The theme is very relatable. It's you and your team trying to cure the viruses. Where my friends who won't play those fantasy games because they don't like the fantasy theme, they'll play this because this theme is a lot easier for them to get into. It makes more sense to them. Where they're like, oh, I'm the medic, so I can cure this and this, I can remove these cubes as I go through. Cool, I'm the scientist, so I can research with less cards, because that's what I do. Opposed to, I'm a knight with a +1 sword that flames and kills things with burning damage.
Yeah. So, anyway, check this video out and definitely get the Pandemic game. It is one of a kind. And if you want more videos, please subscribe and comment. I think that's pretty much it.
I think we're good. And happy gaming.
Happy gaming, guys.